Finnley.
Yes.
The last thing you remember was walking outside after a regular patrol of the city, looking into the sky and seeing a blinding flash of light. Now, you awaken inside a small, dark box. Only because of your natural glow can you see that the walls are made of an unnaturally smooth, futuristic metal. There's what could be described as a grate in front of you, made of rows of small squares that don't seem to be interconnected, but tessellate perfectly. You overhear chattering outside, a couple of quiet voices, and one big, bombastic voice that you've never heard before. It seems you've been captured somehow. What would you like to do?
I'll start by checking to see if I still have my tripod on me.
You do. You have all of your equipment.
Interesting. In that case, I'll push against the floating squares that constitute the grate in front of me.
Okay. They offer firm resistance to you, like they're bound in place by something, but you can't tell what.
So it's similar to like just pushing on a wall, essentially?
Yes.
Okay. I'll call out to the voices I hear. Hello, who are you? Why have you taken me to this place?
The voices don't seem to hear you.
Can I see anything out of the grate, like in the room I'm in?
No. The grate tessellates perfectly. There's no lost space.
In that case, I guess I'll have to try to punch my way out through the grate.
Okay. Do you want to roll a d20?
Sure.
Cool.
Not too bad. Got a 13
Yeah,
with
but
that.
not helped by the fact that you're not being observed at the moment.
Yeah.
So, you beat your fists against the grate, and it shakes, but does not budge. Suddenly, half of the interlocked squares fold into the other half in an alternating pattern, allowing light into your cell. You can see a massive plateau in a huge circular room.
Has the grate moved aside enough for me to get out?
No, it's still a perfect cover. It's like a cell wall, but you can see through half of it. You see the massive plateau. The walls are adorned with wires and panels and robotic mechanisms that are unlike anything you've ever seen. Worst yet, standing on the pedestal in the middle, there are a few inhuman creatures of various grotesquity. Grotesquity. One addresses you, though from his eyes and tone it's apparent that there are other prisoners he's addressing as well. Well, if it isn't our rosy little babies, I've been waiting oh so patiently for you to awaken. Let's cut to the chase. The name's Rob Giley. You've been selected because we can tell you've got some fantastic powers. Well, we're jumping back home, and we can only take one of you. So, good news, one of you gets to live. You get to decide who, with a good old-fashioned fight to the death. So, make your preparations, and I'll be back in 30 minutes to start our lovely little bloodbath. Ciao, ciao! And with that, he strolls off with a pack of his minions, leaving just a few bored and tired ones to guard you. And there's a hallway over here. What would you like to do?
Here. I'll call out since apparently there's other people here. Hello, is there anyone else here? Can anyone hear me?
Epsilon and Siegward, you can both hear him.
Excellent.
Epsilon would simply look up and then look back down at his hands.
So I guess I'll shout to Finnley. I am here. I am with you, brother. Let us escape this place.
Are you locked up as well? Are you able to escape?
I am also behind these bars, and I see that there are some minions.
So what do they look like, Carrie, besides 6 floating faces?
They're anywhere between 4 and 6 feet tall. They have this pale greenish skin, and they're wearing these tight suits that appear to be made of some unearthly material that looks a lot like latex.
They're like humanoid, right?
Yeah, humanoid.
Okay.
Long, dangly fingers. And they have like snake noses, Voldemort noses.
Okay.
Though that much you can already tell. They seem to be lazing about
Wait, how tall are they?
between 4 and 6 feet.
Okay, and how
You asking
wide?
about a particular one?
No, I just in general.
I mean, just imagine a
So
team of their size.
They're gangly. Got it.
Yeah.
So, got it. Okay. Beings, free me.
This one lazily looks at you, but they do not respond to your pleas.
All right, then why don't the three of you just? Oh God, fuck. Why don't the group of you just come over here and let me show you something?
This one
I have some magic tricks.
turns to his friend. Well, Jerry says he's got magic tricks. Oh, come off it, Tim. It was one time. Would you like to roll to persuade them?
Sure. Just a regular D20, right? I promise they're really good. They're really good magic tricks. Just come here, you'll see.
You succeed. You succeed. They Jerry walks over and elbows Tim, and he's like, "Now listen, I think we should hear what he has to say. I mean, if we're gonna bring back someone, gotta be the one with magic tricks, right?" They walk over to you and they motion for their friend to come with them. And this is a giant pit right here. You can't really see the bottom, but it's about 15 feet across. And they're all looking at you expectantly now.
God, what was my range? I don't remember recording that.
Several miles.
Oh yeah, it was some.
50 miles.
Yeah, it was some absurd number.
You're already in my range.
As soon as they come to the precipice, I say, what if we have some sort of bonding exercise to get us started? So there's a gap between me and them. Am I understanding that
yeah.
correctly? Okay.
Yeah.
Here, while he's thinking of that, I want to check my phone to see if I have any Star Wars.
No, you don't.
Dang.
I'm searching my pockets for something to perform my trick with, and I say, do you all have any rope cards maybe? Really, there's so many things that I could.
Jim says he'd like a rope trick.
A rope trick. Okay. Well, I don't have any. I don't really have any rope on me. So unless.
All right, fine. I'll go get it. This one runs off.
As he's running away, Epsilon levitates a piece of rope through the crack towards one of the guards and says, "Here's some."
Oh my god! It spoke! Holy shit! Come look at this!
I push up against the grate to look too, but seeing as I can't really get any farther, I can't see shit.
Hold on a second. What's your name?
Epsilon stares blankly at the thug for a moment, and then says, let me see the trick.
Show me what you got.
These two aliens just sort of look at each other and they're like, right, well, come on then. So they all sort of gather over here.
I need one of you to hold onto the rope so that it doesn't fall in the chasm, and then I need to be thrown to me so that I can pull it over.
Okay. This one right here, they pass the rope to him, and he holds on to one end, and he throws you the other line.
I catch it, and
Real quick, I just want to say I'm going to start recording this with my phone and just like start making comments like, "Hello, my fans. I've been captured by these strange creatures, and I will keep you updated as I try to escape."
As soon as I catch the rope, in that same moment, I'm going to spend 1 stamina on my bonding exercise and bond the cluster of them. And because I assume I can chain through them, right? If they're all kind of.
Yes, the more that there are, the wider your cluster can be.
Yeah, and so as that happens, while he's still holding the rope, I tug as hard as I possibly can.
Okay, make a roll. I'm gonna have you roll for the combined move of binding them and tugging at the rope.
Okay, so just 1d20. This seems. Oh.
Okay, so you as you grab the rope, you reach out your other hand and you clutch your fist, and as you do, a sort of whooshing sound envelops the group of them. And then when you tug on the rope with a surprising amount of force, the one of them sort of like he stumbles forward a little bit, but then he like lurches backwards like to pull himself up, and lurching backwards against 5 other people who all feel themselves lurching backwards, they all instinctively lurch forwards. Which means
I'm also putting my whole body weight into this. Like I'm just trying to kind of let myself fall as I pull on the rope, like I would fall on my on my back.
All of them tumble forward off of the edge. Ah!
I let go of the rope before I get slammed into the grate as well.
You hear them falling. You don't hear them land.
Seems like a great beginning.
I'll call out to him. Well done, good sir. I couldn't have done it better myself.
Epsilon gives the slow clap.
Though, in a moment of clarity, I realize now that I still don't have any way to get out. Maybe I should have gotten them to do some sort of card trick involving the key card. That seems like an oversight on my part.
That's okay. It's not so bad here.
Not to worry, I'm sure we'll find some other way out.
The stars have aligned to bring us here. They will align once more to let us free. I believe it.
Oh yes, they have aligned. I can see that. Good guess.
I don't know how to respond to that.
I can see that too.
Well... That makes one of us. I don't suppose any of you have any powers of to get us out of here, right? No?
Oh sure.
And you're waiting till now to mention it?
Like I said, it's not so bad here. Lots of interesting souls pass through.
Well, a couple of those interesting souls just passed down too.
No, those weren't so interesting.
Can you see any other souls around here that seem interesting?
Let me see. Epsilon attempts to imbue the grates in front of him with a spirit and to transform them into a bridge crossing the gap in about an hour.
Okay. As a reminder, Rob said he'd be back in 30 minutes.
Oh, 30 minutes? 15 minutes then.
Okay. I'm going to secretly roll for.
Whoops.
You've
Sorry.
already rolled. That's okay. I'm still going to secretly roll for it. You can just revel in your little fun D20.
Okay.
That did very well.
The fun 20.
So
Yeah.
So basically, Epsilon said, yes, sure, and then you didn't hear anything else from him.
I really should have seen if I could get them to hold up multiple of their key cards. Would have worked better.
Possibly. Is there an access panel outside this that we can see, by the way, Carrie? Or is it just like a grate and then a pit?
If you look around side right next to your cells, you can see that there's like a panel. You can't really see what's on it. Looking across at Siegward's panel, you can see that there's like controls on it that might be used to perhaps open the grates. But there's also like every one of these like pointy things there's a control panel there that is too far away to make out what controls might be on it, because they're all facing inwards.
Got it.
Well,
I must say, these cells are very well made. I attempted to escape earlier, and even with my great strength, I was unable to punch through.
What does Finnley look like from my perspective over here?
First thing that you notice is that he is constantly glowing. There's like a very powerful glow coming off of him. He's almost otherworldly to look at. He has this perfect pearly white smile as well. He's how tall are you, Finnley?
I don't think I wrote that down. Average build, so like, I don't know, 6 feet probably?
I don't know if 6 feet is average.
I don't know, what's average?
This is the Reese family
I'm
for
6'4",
you.
and I took a bit off of that.
Oops, I just peeked. I laughed so hard I peeked.
5'9", okay, fine, that's like 5'10".
Okay, so he's like 5'10", and he why don't you describe yourself, Nick?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, like I said, the glow, the smile, 5'10". He's not like, jacked, but he definitely has really good muscle tone. You can tell that he like works out a lot. He seems to be in some kind of a superhero outfit, which is fairly strange for you to see around, just in general.
There are no instances of heroes running around, but they're not that common.
Yeah. So, how did you end up in here?
Honestly, it's kind of blurry. I was out patrolling the city like I normally do. I hadn't seen any activity today, when all of a sudden there was this bright flash of light in the air. I attempted to make out what was happening, but before I knew it, I was unconscious and woke up in here.
That's very interesting, and sheds light on what occurred to me. As I was otherwise indisposed and did not. I just, instead of waking in my usual space, I woke here.
Very odd.
How about you? I don't know what your name is. And I also can't see you from here.
Oh, me?
Yes.
My home planet was disintegrated by a passing missile.
I'm very sorry to hear that, but I believe he was trying to ask what your name is, or what you were called.
That. I'm known as Epsilon.
This is, I see you're having a worse day than we are.
Oh, that was only a couple hundred years ago.
I see. By the stars, you're old.
Oh no, I am but a child. I do long for my creators.
And as that happens, there's a massive rattling sound, and the grate in front of Epsilon explodes forwards, turning into a twisted, artistic mess that creates a little platform.
Ah, yes.
Oh my, what was that?
Impressive.
It appears the life energy in these bars is not altogether dissipated.
Did you do that?
In a manner of speaking. Yes.
Well,
You must
I
be
hate
quite
to-
powerful then.
Oh, I have no power at all. I merely guided the bars to take the form they wished to take.
Oh man, I love this guy.
well, I hate to put a damper on the whole thing, but there are no clocks in here, and it's been some time since the creature left and said that there would be a bloodbath in 30 minutes. And I would rather not have to fight you blokes.
Approximately 16 minutes.
Yes, I would be loath to fight you two as well.
So
Tell me, Epsilon, could you possibly do that to our bars as well?
Not in the remaining 13 minutes and 43 seconds. However, I may be able to bridge this gap. Epsilon attempts to get a running start and jump this gap. You said it's only 10 feet, right?
10 feet, yeah, is kind of far, and you only have 4 move.
What is
you can
4
only move
move?
20 feet. That's 4 squares, which is 20 feet.
Siegward sits back on the small cot in the cell and scratches his chin, thinking.
Don't do that, Fritz. It's hilarious.
What did Fitz do?
45 degrees. It's funny no matter who does it.
I would like to observe the bars more closely. These are not a single object, but
No.
many crisscrossing bars.
They're not even crisscrossing, they're just floating squares that are bonded with one another.
So in theory, I could stick my arm in between them, but there's not enough space for me to go out.
Yeah. You could probably fit the first 4 fingers of your hand, but not your thumb.
Do they don't budge at all? They just
Yeah. However, now that you have observed that they are a cluster, you have deep, deep knowledge of them.
I also should have had deep knowledge of the creatures from earlier, too.
Correct.
Well, you didn't observe them for very long.
I don't have to. That's the trick.
Actually, before we advance, that was a combat encounter, even if Siegward resolved it in a singular ability. So I'm gonna have you guys roll. Not roll, sorry. I'm gonna have you guys receive your combat rewards.
Oh, cool.
I was gonna say, can I use my latent 16? Dormant 16. Better than any stat I rolled on this character.
I
Much
know.
better than what I rolled.
Actually, hilarious. Secret die that I rolled was also 16.
That's awesome.
Well, actually, if only Siegward could observe this, because then he could populate a third 16.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Carrie, do I start with any trust value, by the way, or am I just at 0 to start?
Your trust value, like on Earth, is quite large. However, you're around people who have never heard of you and abducted by aliens who don't know much about you from Earth.
I mean,
okay.
you certainly do look very impressive, though.
So
I'll give you that.
You're going to have to start building that up as best you can in here.
I didn't realize
you-
it was like a gauge. I thought it was just like a when more people trust me or like me or whatever, it just like goes up by a set amount.
In any particular situation, your trust value is dictated by the feelings of the people who are currently observing you.
Got it. Okay.
And you try to build up your, like, everybody's knowledge of you to, like, create a platform so that, like, if you go into combat, they will have heard of you and you will already have some trust to deal with.
Got it. Okay.
So you want to give me that deep knowledge about the creatures in the cube grate? Or wait, no, we were going to do combat
Rewards, yeah.
rewards, yeah. So
By the way, my friend, you can call me. Hold on, let me get to it.
you beat me to it. I was actually about to ask what your name was, fine sir.
Feel free to call me Hitokami. It is the name I am known about well around Earth as a defender of those who are facing injustice.
I'm sorry. Could you say that again?
Yes, Hitokami.
Hitokami. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds interesting.
I have an idea.
Tell me, what is your name, my friend?
Oh, me. I'm sorry. I was lost in thought considering the fate of those poor creatures. My name is Siegward.
Well met, Siegward.
I am the chosen of the stars.
Okay, your choices are to receive 2 max stamina permanently, or 1 proficiency permanently. And you also regenerate all your stamina. And this goes for each 3 of you.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'll game you, Prof.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Great.
That's not great.
Yeah. Hold up. Finnley,
Yes.
congratulations. I am here now also makes you appear way more buff.
Okay, thank you.
Well, so when I did look over after having pulled the aliens over, he's looked buff this entire time.
Now he looks very muscled, yes.
Yes. Well, I didn't look at him until after I'd already pulled all the aliens off the edge.
That's true, but we didn't process it until now. And this game exists in a weird quantum space where things only happen when you observe them.
Excellent.
I mean, that's how it exists in the real world too.
Yeah. Just like the real world.
Can either of them see me now that I'm standing on the edge of this platform thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to describe that as they've been talking to him. Epsilon rotates to face them, but he doesn't look them in the eye. He looks them in the center of mass, which they find unnerving.
I would find that unnerving.
Yeah.
I wish he would close his mouth.
He won't. It doesn't move when he speaks either.
Oh. Yeah, that's unnerving. You are quite the interesting being, Epsilon. You said you were created?
Ah, yes, as all of my kind are. You are very... He tilts his head a little. Interesting as well.
Well, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
Cube great. I
Yeah,
desire my
I'm-
knowledge.
I'm typing it as we speak.
Okay, wonderful. I just didn't want it forgotten. I pick up my book from the cot and attempt to wedge it between the cubes while I'm thinking, and see if I can get it to budge with a lever at all. Expecting nothing to happen.
Do you have a crowbar-shaped book?
No, it's just a book. It's a very large, thick book. As big as a man's torso.
Yeah.
That is quite a book.
And it says Encyclopedia Astrologica.
Also, while I'm waiting for something to happen, I attached my phone while still recording to a little harness I have on me to keep it in place.
Astrology is the wrong word. Astrophysica.
Astrology.
Your sign is Aries!
Tell me, good Siegward, what is my astro sign?
Also, yeah. You learn the ages and names, and sexual histories of all of the aliens that you condemned to the infinite death.
Does one of them have a sick child they were working to care for?
Yes.
Visits
Two
them
of
on the
them do.
weekends.
Oh no.
Actually, 2 of them were gay married, and you've killed them both.
I kneel on the floor and raise my arms in a circle over my head like a ring, and close my eyes, and may the stars hold you forevermore, poor creatures.
Epsilon glances upwards as you say this, inquisitively.
Barnaf, in particular, I feel bad for you. With that said, Siegward stands again and tries to
shit.
stand. Huh?
Congratulations, Siegward. You can now also unbond clusters.
I see.
Is this like
that makes
that Dota
what I
map
was-
where we gain experience every few seconds?
That would just
Just randomly. Oh, by the way, you've leveled up.
is that like a stamina
Sorry,
point
which Dota
ability,
map aren't you talking about?
Yeah.
or is
No,
that
this is an addition to bonding exercise.
okay? So that got it.
So previously he would just bond stuff and they would be bonded forever?
For 1 round.
Oh, okay.
Let me make a note of that. I was about to try something potentially foolish, so now I don't have to do that. Because I am going to use bonding exercise to unbind the cubes that hold me.
Why don't you roll for it?
Ooh.
You simply snap your fingers, and the invisible forces holding together the cell wall simply cease to exist, and they all begin their final descent into whatever the hell is down there.
Now I come right up to the edge and peek outwards, leaning probably too far outward, but not enough to fall, just enough to make everyone uncomfortable.
Careful, my friend. You don't want to join those strange creatures you sent falling to the abyss.
That I can agree with.
Epsilon is sitting on the edge of his little platform, sort of kicking his legs
Nice.
like a schoolgirl. He says, and having noted Siegward's escape, he looks over and says, it appears we are all free and yet still trapped.
I look over at what? Got it.
Finnley's not free.
Yeah, it's like
I appreciate the sentiment, my friends, but I am so stuck in this cage of metal.
Epsilon looks over and gives you a good hard look in the chest. Says, "Oh, no, my friend, you are truly free."
Siegward
Just the emotional support of the strange alien you just met.
Siegward gives them both a kind of odd measuring look. Do I also, for the stamina, does the stamina cost really happen because I'm not in combat, or?
Yeah, it does.
Okay,
Whenever you
cool.
pay stamina out of combat, you only regenerate your stamina again once you've rested or ended another combat. So you are going to
Wonderful.
enter the next combat one stamina down.
Okay, cool.
Nick, do you want to try to escape your situation? You have some options in your own abilities.
Okay, here, I think I got something. Okay, so I'm gonna use that didn't even hurt. So,
What are you going to say?
yeah. Upon closer inspection of this, these cubes at the bottom here, they seem to give a little when I push on them. Here. Let me just kick my way out of this. It can't be bonded that hard together.
Who are you targeting with this?
How about Siegward? I feel like he'd be the most likely to believe me.
Okay.
Okay. So do I get any say in whether or not I believe?
Well, yeah, let me rephrase that then, I guess. Siegward, that was very impressive, the way you dismantled the bars like that. I believe I could do the same thing. There's a weak patch at the base of my grate. I should be able to push my way through it, and which should destruct the entire wall.
If you had to guess, Siegward, how strong would you think Finnley was?
Well, he looks considerably buff. So I feel a little intimidated, honestly, like because I'm kind of a string bean, like kind of tall with a blonde mop, but like no real musculature from my stint
Okay.
in my home.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he could do it, especially with what I know about how the cubes work.
Finley, you have a trust value of 3, but you're just going to roll a d20, and the trust value is going to affect my ruling.
Okay. God damn it.
Oh no.
Oh,
Ouch.
Why?
Okay.
This man's first act in existence is to fail miserably. Really not building that trust among friends.
Yeah, I might be dropping back down to 0 here in a second.
Yeah. So you you pull back with all your might and bring your foot down. And as Siegward is watching, he's like, I mean, he looks strong, but I know exactly how strong this grate is, and I don't think he can just like punch his way through it. He just does look like kind of a regular guy, I guess, even though he does shine. And as Siegward thinks that, Finnley, your foot shatters against the grate. You take, you're gonna take 4 stamina damage, and you're gonna be limping for a bit. And your trust with Siegward has decreased to 2.
Siegward also like, ooh.
I see my mistake. I kicked the wall instead of the grate.
Siegward pauses.
What a great.
Thinks for a second and says, sure, let's go with that.
What a great recovery, I have to say.
Siegward is you said there was a panel on the wall, right, next to our
Yeah.
So Siegward's kind of like looking at and tampering with the panel.
Okay.
Next to his.
Yeah. It's a couple feet out, but by like holding onto the wall, you can sort of reach around and touch on it, and you know the exact method that you would have to press in order to bring down the grate on yourself, on your own panel. That's implicit in the knowledge.
Well, that's not going to help me. That's not going to help me. So I assume there are more buttons than that, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of buttons.
Siegward tries pressing a combination that he thinks would not have any effect on the cubes, hoping that instead it will raise some sort of, or extend some sort of walkway from the center.
How best to put this? Roll for it. That's how to put it. Okay.
Hey, you did better than me.
You reach out and you see this this red button on the bottom right side of the pad, and you're like, this looks important, and you press it. And you smash it again, turning off the alarm. Seconds after you turn it on.
Epsilon looks up suddenly, off into the distance, and doesn't look like he's looking at anything particular, but he says, "They're coming."
Siegward looks over and says, "In for a penny, in for a pound." Starts smashing other buttons.
Okay, roll again. Also, Siegward, you could just... I don't want to be the one to point it out, but you could just, do the same thing that you did to your own grates to anyone else's. Snap your fingers,
Yeah, I could do that, but that doesn't help us get to the center now, does it? Siegward is pragmatic.
Maybe.
But on that note, I rolled a 6, and I guess we're not using the exact number, the good rule, the rule of thumb numbers in the epithet rules. I mean, those are at your discretion, and they're only a rule of thumb and not an actual.
Yeah. You press a button, and a settings window.
Burbling sound comes out.
And Epsilon just starts gargling. You don't know what.
Is his mouth still open?
You press a button, and a settings window comes up. You've somehow managed to find the factory reset on the operating system on this panel. There's some words and a language you don't understand. And most importantly, there's a lot of math explaining what it's going to do.
Is it simple math?
No. It's very complicated.
Excellent. Wonderful. What I can clearly determine from these equations that nothing I can press over here will extend the walkways, as that would be on the center control console, because they don't want their prisoners escaping. Now, if I'd maybe thought about this earlier, I could have come to this decision myself, but having presented it to me now, I can no longer deny. Siegward again snaps his fingers though and opens Hirokami's cell. And I'm going to spend another. I also need to roll for that, don't I?
Yes.
So spend another point and roll again. Oh no!
You snap your fingers, and the grates on Finnley's cell shake, losing just an ounce of their bonding force, which is enough to cause the weight of them to overcome the bond, and they fall.
Much appreciated, my good friend.
I wish I had thought to do that earlier. But now there are many of us. Surely we must succeed.
Yes, quite true. In fact, I think I can bridge this gap quite easily.
You start to hear footsteps down the hallway. You have roughly 1 minute to come up with a plan of action.
Make haste!
Here, if I make it to the central platform, I should be able to catch you guys if you jump.
Or you could extend the central walkway, potentially. I would be more comfortable with that.
Quite true.
Quite true.
Isn't that right, Epsilon?
Epsilon looks up and says, "Oh, yep. What were we talking about?"
We only have some small amount of time before the Morgwads arrive.
Ah, yes. 26 seconds.
Okay, well,
Go!
Hearing that, I'll go ahead and try to jump across the gap.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for that, or is that just movement?
You're not gonna bluff for it, or you're just gonna try to make the jump?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Average human horizontal jump distance is 6 feet, says Epsilon.
I disagree with that. In character. 6 feet. I've made more than twice that. I have made more than 3 times that several times over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your d20.
Can I roll a real die instead of this one?
Unfortunately not.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. With your added trust value, you pump up the muscles in your legs and you make a powerful leap, taking you right clear across the gap.
Aha! I made it!
You,
As I knew I would.
You almost teeter back over the edge, but you managed to catch yourself.
Okay, since I'm here, I'm gonna go over to the... Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8...
Oh yeah, how long is a round?
1 movement and 1 action from everybody involved.
But how...
You're not in combat right now, so
Oh, so...
But...
there's no how long is a round.
Got it, okay.
In this game, a round lasts as long as it takes for everybody to do their things.
Excellent.
Okay.
There's no guide for it.
In that case, I'll move over to... You said the black things are like the control panels, right?
Yep, there's a big panel sitting right there.
Okay.
Epsilon says, "Go get Siegward."
Very well.
I mean,
Seeing as how you have less distance to cover anyway. Yeah, so I'll go over here and attempt to extend the thing to get him to be able to come across.
Okay.
the bridge.
There's a lot of things, and you don't know what any of them do, but you see one that looks bridge-shaped. Do you push it?
It looks what?
Bridge-shaped.
Sure. I push the bridge button.
Drum roll.
Do I need to roll for this?
a bridge.
Here, my friend.
I'm gonna scamper across.
Yes, join me over here, and we shall help Epsilon get across.
Epsilon looks up and says, "It's time."
You hear the beating get closer as the people begin to arrive through the hallway, and at that very same moment, the metal beneath Epsilon's feet starts to rustle and then simply explodes, sending Epsilon hurtling into Siegward, knocking both of them over and dealing 2 damage to each of you.
No.
Epsilon dusts himself off, stands up, glances at Siegward briefly with a concerned look on his face, and then relaxes a bit.
Siegward is still completely laid out, and slowly pulls himself up since he ended up on the bottom of the whole situation.
Epsilon lends a hand to lift him.
Thank you.
A lot of latent energy in those.
It was an interesting result. Siegward also turns as the Morgwads start to pour through the door.
You? What? You've escaped? Preposterous!
No prison can hold me.
One of the Morgwads in the back says, "Oh my god, he's just like how I read about." And with that, roll for initiative.
Why? Why does this game hate me?
Did you just roll 20?
Yes!
Amazing.
20 for initiative. Siegward is apparently still little. What's the word?
Discombobulated?
Yeah, from the encounter.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make it so that you can either use a movement or an action on your first turn. Okay, at the beginning of this round, an alarm starts to blare throughout the facility. And as it does, these giant triangles rev up, and one of them begins to glow.
Is this about
By the
to
way,
be
Carrie,
a bullet hell jump quest?
Maybe. Finnley, it is your turn.
real quick, which one of them, like, apparently knows who I am? Or, like, explain that?
This one.
Okay.
She has some vaguely feminine qualities.
Okay.
Let's see.
In that case, so I can move and do an action, right?
We'll give her that symbol. Yeah, you can move and do an action and unrotate yourself if you want to.
I'm looking at them.
Okay.
I'm aimed at them like a penis missile.
Like the new Arknights event.
Excuse me?
It's a joke that only Fritz would get.
Okay. Well, here, I'm gonna move up to, I guess I want to do a big book. Yeah, sure. And I'm gonna use my animal magnetism to drag this one closer to me and say, "You don't want to fight me, now do you?"
Okay. Roll for it.
Of course, it's not gonna be a 20 now, but why? I hate this game. Or this program.
Okay. You drag her forward, and she bumps into this guy, knocking him out of the way, and he's like, "Oh, Adria, what did I tell you?" But she moves a little bit closer to you. It's half like she's stumbling towards you, and half like she's being dragged from, like, the shoulders. But her eyes are fixed on you, and her expression is inscrutable.
Okay.
Yeah, at the moment, your trust from these guys is 4.
4 more or 4 total?
4 total.
Nah, okay.
I mean, 4 is decent. It's
No,
better
I
than
know. I was just messing
than
around.
Siegward had. Okay. All right.
Thought you were about to say it was better than 6, and I was like, is it now?
I mean, you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't. That is correct.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, I moved and then that was my action.
Great. Okay. It is now these folks' turns. She sort of takes another step towards you, and then she takes a bashful step back, and she turns around and is like, oh, and then she steps this way. And then she whips out her gun and shoots Siegward. And both of these two come running forwards. This one back here does not have a gun. He has 2 big spiked gloves. And this one is shooting at Epsilon. So they're gonna pop and pop. Siegward, you're gonna take 2 damage from getting popped in the collarbone. And Epsilon, you're going to take 1 damage when you get grazed.
Siegward stares down at
Yes.
his the hole in his collarbone. It's like, the hell?
I should mention that bullets in this, or guns in this universe, are not, they're essentially low impact. Think of them all as like rubber bullets. That's just how it works in this world.
Okay.
Epsilon sort of like hunches forwards, and he's sort of stocky, he's like just maybe 5'9", 5'8", kind of stocky, rather large, in fact. And so he just kind of hunches over and looks intently in the direction of the other creatures, and he sort of clangs his fists together, and for the first time you notice that he's wearing very ornate looking gauntlets that also look very heavy. And then he charges in this direction and takes a swing at this individual.
Okay. Roll your d20.
That is an incredibly mediocre roll.
Perfectly average.
No, it's actually like a success is 6 or higher. You have to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Right.
The rules for this are different from regular D&D. Above 14 is considered like insanely good. Above 6 is like, you're doing great.
Forgot about that.
Success at a cost is 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Pyrrhic victory.
Yeah. When you lose 2 trolls. Anyway, you swing your big stocky arm right into his upper jaw and bop him. Now these red ones, by the way, they look much stockier than the other ones you fought. They're probably a full head taller and wider, and they look like enhanced. Like they've got bulging veins.
Are they a cluster?
You tell me, Mr. Cluster.
I see a cluster of them, seeing that they're in a V.
Sure do.
Where's that? There it is.
Are you going to
Is
do
there any
anything about
sense?
that, or are you?
Not at the moment. No, I'm not.
Because your
Is there
ability
any
is an anytime one.
Well, that one is, yes.
Is there any sense of what kind of damage that did to?
Yeah, sorry, you did 4 damage to him.
Is there any visual indicator of how big of a deal that is to his well-being?
It seemed like a pretty significant hit. He's not, he's going to be feeling it in the morning, but it's not going to take him down. Need a lot more hits like that. Okay, Siegward, your turn.
It is I.
'Tis I.
So let's see. I had been thinking about this, but I was hoping that there would be more that developed between now and my turn. I've been observing these ladies and gentlemen for almost a full round now, and I seem to remember one of them shooting at me.
Me too.
What kind of gun are they using?
They're using these fancy futuristic ray guns that shoot pellets that combust on impact like pop guns.
Nice. Okay. I do remember a moment though when they were over by the other guy and didn't have their weapons out.
That's true.
So, in fact, one of them was standing in the position that is now occupied by the leader.
No.
No?
The leader was pushed forwards. He used to be here, and they were right here,
Okay.
here.
Well, damn, my perception is off.
So much for your perfect knowledge.
Yeah.
This
My
world
character's character's memory is better than mine.
Luckily.
I think the only suitable action right now is actually just to run up with my tome and do a kind of a spinning twirl and smack use the momentum of spinning to slam the book into the face of the one who shot me.
Wasn't it the case that you could only do one action or a move this turn?
Damn it, you're right.
True.
Well, that makes things significantly more complicated. Okay, well, in that case, screw it. They're a cluster. They're going to be spending a lot of time together. So until the next round comes around, they're going to be doing some bonding exercises and moving as one. That is my action.
That is an anytime action, so that does. You still have a move or an action.
And I am going to go hide behind the hulking Finnley,
Okay.
where I am less likely to be hit or shot.
Okay. Cool. And that's your turn.
Don't worry, Siegward, I will keep you safe.
Good. Good.
Says Finnley with 9 fucking health.
Yeah, but you can't see that.
No, I can't.
Oh, this is not happening. I think it's time for an upgrade. Rob is going to run up and slap this little patch on Adria's back. Her eyes go blank for a moment, and then
Oh no.
her arms sprout like reinforced girders. Her little ray shooter gun is kind of like a cannon now. And her face, which was previously inscrutable, is now vaguely angry. And that's his turn. Finnley, what would you like to do?
See, now I wish you hadn't done that to that one.
Or do you?
See,
also, this giant triangle explodes in a pillar of light that sends a shockwave rocking the plateau back and forth. And After that, it powers down. And then,
Oh,
Oh.
we have some new glowing triangles.
Oh. Oh. There's a lot of them.
at this moment, Epsilon yells to Finnley, "Step back!"
Here, I'll say this, I guess. I'll say, these platforms look dangerous. We should move back, Siegward. And I kind of like, can I push him back a square with me to kind of get off the triangle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. He's a spry fella.
Yeah. I'm not like pushing him over. I'm just kind of like nudging him as I walk back, essentially.
Siegward does attempt to stay in Finnley's, in Hitokami's nice muscular shadow so that he can't be seen.
Okay.
Then,
Siegward does observe two nearby triangles, though. A pair of nearby triangles.
yeah.
That
Hey,
is
can I
true.
throw my tripod?
For significantly less damage, yes.
So like 1 as opposed to 2?
Correct.
Okay. So in that case, I'll throw my tripod at this one and say, "Come back to your senses."
Okay. Roll to hit.
Okay. There we go. That's better.
Okay. You take like this athletic spear throwing position, and you, with all your might, launch your tripod, and it bashes her head, leaving a giant crater and flopping onto the ground over here, dealing 6 damage.
Huh. Okay. Where did it land?
She yelps and gets knocked that way.
Okay. And where did the tripod land, by the way?
I'm drawing it. 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Here's your tripod.
They are tethered.
Okay.
Oh,
I was gonna say
So
that
they
looks
are.
like a monopod.
Would they have hit the paler guy from that maneuver?
Rob? No.
Okay.
Also, I didn't even realize they're bonded together. That's gonna make this next turn very awkward for them. Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah, sure. That's good.
Okay. This guy goes to take a step forward, and all the others sort of tug with him, and they're like, "What? What? Hold on. What? Huh?" But they figure things out, and
It's like the worst three-legged race you've ever had, except for it's six-legged.
with all their forces together, they pile drive this way,
No.
body slamming Epsilon to
dear.
knock him back into the triangle.
Like that.
Like this, but they're still rolling. Go ahead and roll a 1d20. Oh,
Nice.
Oh dear.
they actually managed to pull you back into the triangle. Even despite your 19, because they rolled a natural 20.
Oh.
my god.
Which also gives them a proficiency. And you see this guy back here grow an inch taller. And you're gonna take 2 damage from the body slam. This lady is gonna line up her gun in a let's say thiswardly direction.
Oh god.
and she's going to shout.
I thought I knew you.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's amazing.
As she shouts and lines up her shot, Epsilon swings his gaze over that way and whips out his arm to face the direction and says, "No!"
Okay. She blasts a gigantic laser beam, essentially, in your direction. And right as it's about to make contact with Finnley's head, he sees what almost looks like a mirage of a small creature in front of him with its arms splayed out, and the laser beam gets diverted in both directions, like this.
Huh.
And Finnley and Siegward are totally unharmed.
What the hell was that?
Here,
And then she says,
Oh my god, you are invincible.
I'm starting to believe it too.
you gain 1 trust, Finnley.
yay.
Which, by the way, is now 5 generally and 6 from this lady.
Okay.
And this guy back here,
Here, hold on, can I, like, respond to that?
yeah, talking is a free action.
Okay. I'll say. You really believe that would hurt me? Come on. You know, it's not too late for you to stop attacking us. Then I might leave you and your friends alone. Spare you for today.
She looks conflicted. Okay, Epsilon, it's your turn.
Okay. Is there any such thing as attacks of opportunity in this?
No.
Yeah, okay. So Epsilon is gonna turn back towards the group of enemies and sort of force his way to about here, if he can do that. And then he's gonna stand up,
All right,
throw
sure,
his
I'll-
arms.
I'll let you stand in between 2 places. Why not?
And then throw his arms out wide and shout, "Stop fighting!" And you don't hear just the words, but you also feel a wave of energy come from that direction. And you see what can only be described as everyone sort of do.
Okay.
So you essentially see everyone over there, including Epsilon, do that.
Do you all see the circle?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it gets Finnley too? So I'm the only one who's not doing that?
Yeah.
Well, I'm already glowing. I just kind of float in the air a little bit.
Well, I'm hoping it
There's
doesn't get Finnley.
There's a thick aura of these viscous sparkles in this entire area, and they wrap tightly around all the creatures inside of it, including Finnley. Actually, roll for it. Did you roll?
Me?
No, you didn't roll for it. I forgot to allow you to roll, or tell you to roll.
Okay.
'Cause you're supposed to roll.
Okay.
Oh,
Kidding me?
Oh my god.
What about that latent 16? Oh, okay, that's fine.
So, you basically see strands of this stuff reaching out from Epsilon and attaching to all these nearby people. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Great. Siegward.
I spy with my little eye 2 glowing triangles. A pair of glowing... I'm really going to need to get used to that. A pair of glowing triangles. It is time to make a cluster.
Okay.
I wish to.
No, no.
What is the triangles are going to go off after Rob's turn, right?
Yes.
The epic thing to do would be to drop a triangle on all of them, but that would also include Epsilon, and I don't want to hurt one of my new buds.
That's true. You could hit 2 of them without hitting Epsilon.
I could hit 3 of them without hitting Epsilon.
Well, here, could I share like some knowledge of my abilities for this, or no?
Do you guys want to do a turn where you do your abilities together? Did you read about this in the rules? I forgot to bring it up.
No?
I don't remember that.
You can do a combined action turn. Sometimes 2 players might have an idea that requires both of their abilities to pull off. When they want to attempt this, they can combine their turn. The rolls are considered additive and have a high chance to succeed. Except in the events of both rolls failing completely, at least something goes well for the players as a result of the combo.
So if we did that, would we act now or on Finnley's turn?
Whichever you want.
Well, what would Hitokami add to my abilities? What do you have to offer?
Well, I wasn't really thinking of like adding to your abilities, but I can like pull Epsilon closer towards me to get him out of the range of like your 3rd triangle, apparently.
That would place them inside of the other triangle, though, right? Unless you could pull them like right next to you.
I mean, it just has several tiles, so technically I probably could.
It just depends on the
if you
roll.
could get them to here.
Yeah.
If you could get them to here.
However, those
or here, then
triangles are going to go off before your turn.
Yeah.
Anyways, I wanted to let you guys know about the combined turns thing regardless.
I think I'm just gonna go for the simple one this time and put the triangle over Rob and the 2 small ones in such a way that it doesn't hit Epsilon. Yes, that's perfect. As long as that hits the 3 of them. Yep.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for it?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
For sure.
Oh dear.
No!
Okay. So you wanted to populate this triangle right here. And it formed, but you made a mistake.
And then Epsilon says,
Just set it
You
on
made
us.
too
Set
many
it
of
on
them.
us.
Garrett, you see it in my face.
Epsilon's response.
I do have movement left, so with a moment of
Guilt.
whoops, I kind of scurry up behind this pillar over here and just take cover. I apologize,
I am
gentlemen.
very sorry. Okay, is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
The look on my face is perfect if you don't interpret that as a blindfold and interpret the pink ones as eyes.
Rob says, oh goodness, no! He runs over to this control panel right here. And he rips a piece of paper out from his coat pocket and scribbles on it and slams it against the control panel. And he says, "You get
Oh no.
an F!" And as he does so, the the triangles
Oh dear.
all dim in intensity to almost nothing. And he breathes a clear sigh of relief as this happens.
Damn, that would have been so good.
He finishes his turn, and this triangle explodes in this sort of gentle puff of light, dealing 1 damage. Gentle puff of light. Oh god. Dealing 1 damage to all parties. Gentle puff of light. 1 damage to all parties. You can take 1 damage there. Fritz?
Don't I not?
Oh, yeah, no, you take no damage. You're right. I always forget. Gentle puff of light.
Did you forget for when I got tackled too?
Yes.
Because you told me to take 3 damage, and I thought that was a lot.
Didn't I say 2? And Finnley, you take
you
1
said-
damage.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah,
yes.
go ahead and undo that to yourself. And everybody comes out still alive, although the big one who took 3 of them is still hurting quite a bit. And Rob is like exhaling and inhaling.
Hyperventilating.
Yeah.
I wish to maintain the bond, so I'll pay another 1.
Okay.
You never told me how long my skill lasts, by the way.
Doesn't say 1 round?
It doesn't say anything
Okay.
about
Well,
duration.
it's supposed to be 1 round.
Can I also pay to keep it going?
No, considering it's a once per combat.
Okay. So this wouldn't be... I mean, this would be massive abuse of things, and it probably wouldn't work this way, but if I were to try to take a joint turn with Finnley on his next turn, bypassing my current turn, it wouldn't magically extend the duration of my ability until we took that joint turn, would it?
No. That said, Finnley could prolong your ability.
Cool. Well, I can't speak as I'm doing this, so I would leave that up to him.
I thought you spoke without moving.
Yeah, actually, I suppose that's true. Alright. Epsilon speaks in a strained voice, saying to Finnley, he knows this, would say, Hitokami, keep this going.
How would I do that?
You can do it. I know you can.
Okay, then I shall. And I kind of I guess, focus my energy towards him to keep his little floating aura going.
I don't know what you're talking about. Are you using your ability? I'm talking about your ability to make any bluff come true.
Oh, that. Okay.
You don't just have the ability to make anything happen, but you have the ability to bluff anything into happening.
Okay, yeah.
I tell the god of confidence to do something, and he's like, huh? How?
I don't even know what you're doing. You're just floating there and glowing for all I know.
Well, you can see that everybody's in a soul link, and you don't know what it's doing, but...
Well, you can see that nobody inside it can move. Most pertinently,
Oh, okay.
including Epsilon, who could only speak because he does not move to speak.
Yeah.
And yet he has a mouth.
And yet I must scream. So here we are.
Is it a mouth?
Oh!
Oh, no.
Well, that's worse. You understand how that's worse, right?
Not okay.
Ow, here. Okay, I got it. I'll say, yeah, so I use my ability. I'm gonna say, of course, my friend, take some of my energy, and I'll cause my, like, glowing aura to dim a little bit, as if I'm actually physically sending energy to him to keep this going.
Okay.
Down to there.
Go ahead and roll your ability.
Okay.
Okay. With the trust that you've garnered in this room and your roll, his ability extends for an additional 2 rounds.
Hell neat.
Also, Carrie, is my movement hindered by the fact that my foot is just shattered?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you can move 1 less square.
Okay.
I should have mentioned that.
Things to keep in mind. Yeah.
Here, I'll put your little shatter symbol. That's your foot.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Well, here, I'm gonna move over here to grab my tripod. That's, what, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I have 2 more if I want to use them.
What?
And
What are you talking about?
what?
You have 5 movement, which is down to 4.
I thought it was 9.
What?
Uh-huh.
When?
Where the fuck?
The
what I
most you
had.
can have is 6.
Well, I put that down wrong, apparently.
What?
Are you thinking of your proficiency?
No, he doesn't
No.
even have that much proficiency.
Hold on.
Your build gives you either 4, 5, or 6 movement.
Huh. I don't know why I
you're-
put that
you're
down, but yeah,
down
okay. Got it.
From 5 to 4.
Okay. I guess we're
9. Zoom.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
You tried to bluff me. Turn right around, so I'm going to use my 8 movement to go over here.
You could have rolled for it.
We should have rolled for
I
it.
don't think he wants to make any more bluffs
Yeah.
combat.
Okay, in that case, yeah, I'll just move up 3, apparently.
I mean, you can move 1 more.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, I'll move 1 more over to the side.
But we're lined up again. I don't like this.
This isn't the kind of cluster you want.
Yeah, so I'll just go there and...
It's not a cluster, it's a line.
Those are very different. Yeah, that's it. I'll just move there and end my turn, I think.
Okay. Now it's these guys' turn. And they say... And now it's Epsilon's turn.
They're bound in 2 different ways.
You can maintain this ability for 2 more rounds if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll maintain it, and I'll shout to Siegward.
Okay. You're also free to imbue while you're inside of it.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I kind of assumed that they needed me to actually work with my hands.
Not inside your bubble.
Okay.
Since you're controlling the spirits in the first place.
Very well. Then I'm gonna imbue some of the shrapnel from my explosion of the bars over there with a 1-turn delay in an attempt to shield me from damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shout to say, Siegward, finish them.
What do you take me for?
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Great. It's Siegward's turn.
So, I don't know if this falls under the purview of my abilities, but I distinctly remember a cluster that existed that has faded out of existence. Could I restore that cluster's existence?
To its ideal state, you might say.
Yes.
Yeah.
You might even say that the current triangles, as they are currently, are not in their ideal state, which you previously saw, since they are of the same kind.
Yeah. And I would return them to their ideal state. That is my desire.
Okay. I don't even know about drawing this again.
Can you just Control Z, honestly?
No, I've done too many
spell.
things.
Okay.
Okay.
Just do the poor man's triangles. Oh, Christ.
Those are the poor man's triangles. And Rob says, "What the f?"
Let me roll for it and take some damage real fast.
Oh yeah. Please.
14 and
I always forget to
Please
ask you to
roll.
roll first.
Please roll.
by the stars.
Oh yeah, do you want me to roll for my imbue?
What
Wait, that's a
are you
D100. How
doing,
did that
sir?
happen?
Word!
45.
45.
Nice.
Here, do you want me to roll for
I do,
my-
Fritz. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
Let's roll that D20. There we go. That's what I'm about.
Okay.
By recalling photographically that perfect cluster that you created very intentionally, you recreate it, and the crisscrossing lines of glowing light are even stronger than they were before. And you can tell, if nothing else, you don't want to be where they are right now.
So actually, what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna run over here and kind of do like one of those like football like guard huddle things, like get down and like I'm staring at Rob like Rob better
Nice.
not come this direction. I'm gonna try to bounce on.
Ready in action.
Well, I don't really have a ready action, but like, he better hope that he doesn't cluster in any way. Or I'll,
You better not goddamn
he'll
cluster.
get-
I promise. Okay, is that your turn?
yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Rob Giley is literally just letting out a stream of expletives as he looks around him, and he looks at the control panel and he like beats it with his hand, and then he takes a dive this way, writing on a piece of paper as he goes, and he slams it on the floor.
Does he have any other sheets of paper that are visible?
He has just a bunch in his coat pockets.
So as he begins to remove them, if I can see them, I would like to bond those sheets of paper.
No. He gets stuck in his coat pockets, and he's sitting there, like, hits the ground aggressively instead of pulling off his maneuver.
Wait, I gotta roll for it. 1 second. Here we go. Okay.
Yeah.
It just hits his face on the ground, and he's scrambling, trying to get him out of his coat pockets, like, no! And let's see him roll for it.
Come on. Yes!
He's unable to write the inscription inside his thing. He declares fine grading, and tries to slap it on the ground with it, but it doesn't work. And the
Because it's a gigantic stack of paper.
turn ends.
Yeah, nice.
These next to Epsilon appear to disappear in a just a flash of light, and upon second look, they are halfway through the ceiling, like those nails fired from that hammer, Galen.
Oh my god.
And Epsilon takes. That was.
It was two of them that hit me.
There were, I mean, just based on the last time, there were 3 of them that were going to hit you. No, there were just 2 of them. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
You take 16 points of damage.
Is that after DR?
Yes.
Okay. So 10 each.
And Finnley is knocked out. You're at 0 stamina.
Oh boy.
You can reduce it to -5 if you want, but
What happened to Rob?
Rob gets flung. He was prone, and he gets knocked up in the air by one of them, and another one of them, since it was not equal, sends him flying off, and he hits this wall over here and bounces off before falling into the pit. And before he goes / as he's going, you all guys want to take some chances to guess his epithet?
I was about to be like, your epithet is
What was that, Fritz?
Grade?
Correct.
Oh,
You get four proficiency.
Oh, yeet.
whoa. Jesus.
And he falls.
10.
I was gonna say inscription.
I think upgrade kind of gave it away, personally.
No, F gave it away.
The F, yeah.
Yeah.
For me.
Should have given
Sure.
it away.
Okay, all of you pop back
Because
up
that
to
was the
maximum
second
stamina.
occurrence.
Well, that'd be close. 22.
Only you.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit, but
And your
guess-
foot is no longer broken.
you took on
Oh,
makes
whoops.
sense.
Oh no,
Yeah.
you've been slain. Only you.
Well, I have an issue. I can't, wait. I have like a 1 pixel. I got it. I just, I put the rotate button right underneath another button. I had like a 1 pixel width where I could actually turn that.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Nice. So the way I imagine that is like, they go off, so they were mostly going off like down here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like 1 or 2 that would have hit you.
Just one,
I
just
think,
one.
actually, yeah. Just one.
Okay. But, like, they would cause like some kind of shockwave, right, when that happened?
Yeah. Oh, this.
Yeah.
The whole thing is basically like tilting on its axis. The
Yeah, that's what I thought.
pedestal is not very secure anymore.
Yeah. So what I figured would happen is like I got shot back from that, hit the pillar, fell down like face first, so I was just like laying on the ground. Then as soon as Rob fell to his death, I just pop up. I'm like, huh, that wasn't so hard.
Your stamina is amazing.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out your proficiency upgrades real quick, Fritz. But you guys now have free reign of the entire UFO, as those were the only people on it.
Interesting.
If you follow the path that Rob took earlier, you can find the helm. And due to your ability, Siegward, you can understand the controls. So, you...
To navigate the stars. The prophecies as foretold.
Well, before we do all that exploring, Epsilon would say, I keep wanting to call him Epithet.
Epsilon Erased.
Epsilon would say, oh, thank you, companions.
I figured out the only time at which it would be appropriate for a certain word to be your epithet, and that would be if you rolled your proficiency on a 20 and then rolled another 20. And that is the word epithet.
One for all.
Yeah.
Yes, good job to you too, my companions. You fought bravely.
Whew.
And
Not
then
gonna lie, I was sweating a bit there at the end. I apologize for the rave, the unintentional rave. Completely
No worries, it all worked out at the
Epithet
end.
tilts his
not
head.
my fault.
Says, "What is this
Epithet.
rave?" Did I fucking say epithet again? Epsilon tilts his head and says, "What is this rave?"
You know, bright flashing lights, strobing effects, loud music,
There's normally music, dancing. It's a wonderful time.
shockwaves, people jumping up and down.
Epsilon looks thoughtful for a second and then says, "Very well. In any case, your abilities are truly astounding. As are yours, Finnley, or fucking whatever your name is, Hitokami."
Hitokami.
Hitokami. Thank you.
Oh my god.
And then Epsilon looks around and says, "There appears to be no other life forms on this ship."
Speaking of, hey Carrie, what happened to the 3 that were like around Epsilon?
They
They're-
got flung into the ceiling.
Yeah, they're halfway through the ceiling right now.
Oh.
Wait, aren't
Okay.
they in a spaceship?
Yes.
That seems like if they're not stuck very firmly, some decompression might occur.
There are multiple levels to the spaceship. That is
wonderful.
not the ceiling of the spaceship.
Okay. Siegward was getting very nervous.
Yeah. I was gonna take some time to like comfort or like apologize to that one alien who seemed to be like my fan, but seeing as how they're like several like tens of feet above me, I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Embedded into the iron of the ceiling. One with the dirt.
Man. That was amazing.
Yeah, once you guys decide
Yeah.
what you want to do with the UFO, this adventure will be over. You can either crash it, or you can, I guess, fly it. I'll let you know what buttons do what, but that does not make you a pilot. I will say that.
Here, before that, I'm gonna kind of just walk over this way like a little bit of ways and just like take my phone out of its like holster and like hold it up so, you know, I'm like doing a vlog almost. I'm like, another daring escape from Hitokami. Tune in next time to see what other daring adventures I get into. And then I can stop the recording.
Epsilon knows a little bit how to fly this ship. He's seen this technology before.
Excellent. The two of us together can fly this ship quite competently. I can be your what is the
Co-pilot?
term for? No. It's like there's a special term for.
Spotter.
It's like for essentially what a cartographer does, but in space.
I don't think
Oh.
humans have a
It's a
word.
navigator. It's like a navigator. Astronavigation or something. I don't know, but I could be one of those. And then you can fly the actual ship. We could go explore the stars. And my
And I can
destiny.
supervise.
A very important job.
Is there any way to determine where we are in space?
You're in orbit around Earth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look out the window, fool.
There's no windows here. If we went over this way, we might see something, but...
Siegward could really go any way with this, really depending on the opinions of the other members.
Epsilon suggests we keep it as our new ship.
You guys are going to become the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, congratulations. When you hit 7 proficiency, stop fighting now lasts 2 rounds. That's probably terribly unbalanced, but it's fine. When you've hit 10, Congratulations, Epsilon. You've had a breakthrough. You now get to decide the path that your growth will travel in the future. And you have two options. You only get to know what the name of the path is. You don't get to know the specific effects of them. Your two paths are Demotivator and Fly Like an Eagle.
I'll say fly like an eagle.
Okay. Congratulations. You now have the passive that you did not take last time, Lifted Spirits.
Do I
See,
get the 5 stamina that comes with it?
No.
I
Oh,
love.
shit. Sorry. Most importantly, you all get to decide if you would rather have 4 proficiency or 6 stamina.
We don't
In
get
addition
to,
to Epsilon's 4 proficiency.
Yes,
Wow.
we don't get to
you got that
split.
from guessing. No, you each get. I mean, do you want to split the proficiency from guessing?
No, not
We could
from
make
guessing.
that a rule.
No. I'm asking the 4 proficiency or 6 stamina. We can't
Oh.
divide that into some of each.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
It's one or the other.
Take the.
I'm taking the +4
Yeah, same.
proficiency.
I'll take the stamina. I'm kind of squishy.
Excellent. I think that's a good choice for you.
You said it was 6, right?
Yes.
So yeah, 6 now.
Now you're up to 23.
Yeah.
Brings me my proficiency pretty damn high now.
Yeah, I went from 5 to 14 just in this session.
Yeah, I have 17.
Yeah.